Hey, what's going on there, Dice Rollers? Paul here, and I'll be your DM for a while. And today I want to do an overview of the Wilhelm Reach. And you said, Paul, why? Why do you want to do an overview of Wilhelm Reach? Well, it's a good question. Why the Wilhelm Reach? Why is this captured my... And I wish I could had a solid answer. I have a few reasons, and I'm going to share them with you. But this has been sitting on my shelf for a little while, and I've just said, look, I'm going to put this stuff that's on my shelf that is not getting the use it deserves, and I'm going to put it on the channel here so that we can all benefit from it. And listen, you know, it's on your shelf too, more than likely. If you're watching this video, you have things on there. You go, boy, I wish I could get to the table, or I wish I could talk to somebody about it, or comment on some of this stuff, or have some sort of community in which to talk about some of these old school products. Well, that is what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring some of this stuff off of the shelf and onto the screen so that we can chat about it together. So let's go ahead and get back to the question at hand. Why the Wilhelm Reach? And I'll give you 4 reasons. Number 1, it is the great art. There's just great art in here. It's just awesome. I love it so much. As with all old school products, the black and white art just speaks to me. And so when I look through this and I look at this art, and this is not a completely black and white book, this has black and white art for the most part, but as you can see, it does have some color to it. And that's the second part of this, is the great layout. As you can see, the fonts, the borders, the little capital there at the beginning of the paragraph, done in that really cool font. I mean, all of these things just give my eyeballs such great joy. I enjoy looking at it. I enjoy reading it. It's just a pleasant experience, to be honest, just picking it up, looking through it, and reading it, and sharing it with all of you, of course. And the third reason that I enjoy this setting in this particular book is the great map. And as you can see here, we're going to be exploring this great map through a series that I'm doing here on the channel. Hopefully you'll stick around for it, be a part of it. But the map here just says volumes, the simple design, the artwork, the colors. It's not super complicated. It's not even in hex form. It's just a cool looking map. And I did a video all about the cool maps I have. If you want to see that, I'll put a link up above there. You can check that out, of the various cool maps that I think are great to hand out to players. And this map certainly made the cut. And the fourth reason I am somewhat obsessed with this setting is the extensive player's guide. It is a player's guide. It is pretty beefy. It has 32 pages, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I will hand out a 32-page player's handbook, but I appreciate the fact that this exists, that it's here. That's like, okay, if I wanted to make copies of this, if I wanted to go ahead and just make some copies, I'd say, okay, here we go. But listen, I know that my players would not read a 32-page book. They might read it, but the good news is that you could go ahead and make, I think, each town or each city that you're looking at or area that you're looking at is just about 3 pages. So I think I would do that. I would not give them the whole banana. I would just give them the peel or a half a banana and say, look, here's 3 pages that describe this area, and we're gonna go into what makes a good or great player's guide that you can hand to your players. What is enough? What are the elements that go into it? And we will explore that together. So before I get into any more of the background of this particular setting, let me share with you that the history of this product was researched and written by Shannon Appelkline, the editor-in-chief of RPGNet and the author of Designers and Dragons. The Wilhelm Reach was written by Jim Butler in 1996 it was published in 1996 for the 2nd edition of D&D. And fun fact, Jim is currently the president of Paizo, which produces the Pathfinder role-playing game, now in its 2nd edition. Now, another great thing about this resource, it doesn't just retread old Forgotten Realms ground from 87 to 93, but instead covers land that was largely untouched during the Realms' original era of production. The first mention of the Wilhelm Reach can be found in Dragon Magazine, number 102, that's October 1985, in Ed Greenwood's 9 Wands of Wonder. And Greenwood, who created the Forgotten Realms, worked with Jim Butler on the design for the area of Termish. Hey, listen, if you're still watching this video, that tells me you like this kind of content. And if you're not already a subscriber, I would love for you to be a part of the community. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and you'll get videos just like this on a regular basis. So thanks for becoming a subscriber, and I will see you in the comments. The Vilhan Reach did receive a bit of detail in one of the realms' early adventures, I-14 Swords of the Iron Legion, 1988, which focused on the warfare of the region. Then FOR-3 Pirates of the Fallen Stars in 1992 detailed the rogues who prey upon the waterways. And we're going to be opening these modules and taking a look inside and seeing what they offer to the Vilhan Reach. The main details on the area, particularly Termish, actually came from Polyhedron magazine 1981 to 2004 and Ed Greenwood's ongoing column, Elminster's Ever-Winking Eye. And I must have been ill-informed because all I had was Dragon magazine, which was enough. Had I known about Polyhedron magazine, I most certainly would have subscribed to that. But the cool thing is I get to go ahead and get on eBay and buy some old magazines and sit around and read them, and that's just a lot of fun for me. What about you? Were you a Dragon magazine person? Were you a Polyhedron person? Were you both? Leave me a comment down below. The Vilhan Reach details a variety of kingdoms and city-states, some young and some long established. This level of civilization could have resulted in a boring setting, but fortunately, Butler and Greenwood didn't allow that to happen. Instead, their Vilhan Reach stands on the verge of warfare between the various states. Another cool thing about this setting is that the Lizardmen and the Yuan-Ti both get nice attention as the founders of some of the cities of the Vilhan Reach, which we will also be exploring. How about you? Have you been exploring in the Vilhan Reach? Have you run games there? Have you been a player there? Leave me some comments down below. And that is a brief overview of the Vilhan Reach. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you would like to purchase the Vilhan Reach for yourself, I'll put a link below and you can get it from Drive-Thru RPG. Now, as I said earlier, I am going to be exploring more of the Vilhan Reach, and it is going to go directly into our member area. So I want to encourage you and invite you to become a member and watch me break down the whole setting. If you become a member, you're going to get some really cool badges. You're going to be part of member-only live streams. You're going to get my magazine Crit Happens, and you're going to get an option to game with me once a month. I'll do a drawing or something like that, and if you're available, maybe you can join me in the Vilhan Reach or some other setting like Shadow Dark. Hey, listen, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. If you want to watch more videos, well, you can see there's lots of great videos here. There's ones for DM advice, there's Shadow Dark, lots of great videos here on the channel. Hope that you will check them out. But that is it for today, everyone. Hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all down in the comments.